this question about what habits dramatically improved your life. I think this is a great question, and it's probably something we should ask ourselves or those around us, at least those people who we want to emulate, on a fairly regular basis, meaning maybe every several years. I think that this is really important, and you probably get different answers from different people and at different stages, in their life. I think that this is really important. So for me personally, what habits have dramatically improved my life? One of them was learning about me, and I say that's a habit because while I don't have that on a regular, there's no weekly thing I do to learn about me or monthly, but taking the time, and I'm going to come into this in the next point, to learn about myself, and maybe that's doing something like taking the book Unique Ability, taking a strength test finder, learning from that maybe what my strengths are, and then saying, okay, I want to learn more about those areas, and just keeping going on that, being able then to realize these are my strengths, these are the areas. Instead of wasting a lot of time on things that I may not be that great at, I can just recognize that, hey, these are my strengths, I want to do that, and it improves my life because I'm good at them and I enjoy doing them, so I do more of them now. And that kind of leads into the second point. One of the habits that has dramatically improved my life is continuous learning. And just saying, hey, that's okay. We're always learning. You don't want to ever be the person who thinks they know it all, because one, that person is annoying as hell to be around. And two, it's not true, right? We're always learning. And so I've definitely built that into my life. So having a habit of continuing to read, continuing to learn from other people, asking the people around me questions, and then that, of course, feeds back in that first question, learning about myself. I change over time. We all do. And just realizing that, hey, I need to invest some time into understanding myself, understanding others, and then learning in the areas that I'm interested in. The third area that has really dramatically improved my life is health. So going from being a kid and gaining weight as a teenager, and then joining the Marine Corps and being in at least decent shape, getting out and being lazy again, it's gone up and down in terms of just weight and overall fitness. And then finally going back into college after the Marine Corps, I really, thought, I don't want to do this anymore. And so getting into running more seriously. I obviously ran in the Marine Corps and other places, but saying I found it, and whatever it was at that time in my life, it really gelled, and saying, oh, okay, that really clicked for me. And then saying, well, this is kind of like learning about myself. This is something I enjoy. I should really pursue this. And I've been running consistently for, call it 12 years. And, not to say that I haven't gained weight at times or had any other issues, but it's really been a vast improvement to my life. It's evened things out a lot. Not only does it help physically, but mentally, kind of de-stressing or letting my mind kind of go sometimes. So I think that that's great. And if, you haven't found that thing that clicks for you, then it's just getting out and exercising. That could be going for a walk every day, maybe starting to go to the gym 2 or 3 times a week. Or trying different cardiovascular exercise until you find one that works for you. But that's had a dramatic impact to the point where it's in something I review on a regular basis, where I say, hey, taking a few days off is good, but remember how you feel when you don't go for a run or, do some sort of cardio exercise for a week or more. And it, immediately I'm like, oh yeah, like I just feel not good compared to that. Like it's just so different. So I think that has really dramatically changed my life. And then 2 things that I would put strictly into the productivity area would be the daily review and then a weekly review. And so daily review, just going through every day using, for now, my Best Self Journal, been using it for years. And it could be anything else in the future, who knows, but just doing that daily review, going through and saying, hey, what tasks do I have on my plate? What calendar events do I have? What obligations do I have? Prioritizing, getting that stuff going, doing some batching, and then tackling stuff. That has been huge, and I know it will continue to be. And everyone I talk to about this, most of the successful people I know have some sort of daily routine or ritual around that. And then today it was fun. I've talked to several people in the last week about this, having some sort of a weekly review. And this varies much more from person to person. But for myself, it's asking myself a few questions. And if you want, you can actually, there's a short course I put together on this called Creating Time. So if you just look up Creating Time and Productivity Academy, you can find the full course. I don't have the URL in front of me. But it's asking yourself basic questions like, what's getting me the best results right now, and how can I get more of those? And literally writing it down, getting it out of your head, and starting to see, oh, right, that is actually what's providing the results. Whether it's financial gain, maybe it's exercise goals, weight loss, or just overall life. How you feel about your life. This is fulfilling to me. Just getting those thoughts out and realizing what are the things that are getting me there, and how can I get more of that. And then, doing the same for the negative, what isn't working. And then one I'm really big on is, what is one thing I could automate, delegate, or delete? And being very honest with yourself about that, even to the point of, hey, there's a task here I do every week. What if I just stop doing it? What would happen? Would anything happen? And if the answer is no, then get rid of it, right? And then if you can't, then maybe you can automate or delegate it. So yeah, I think that a great question about habits dramatically improving your life, and I think asking people around you or those people you emulate or you really trust or look up to would be a great idea. So that's something I probably need to do more often. Thanks for watching. You can stay up to date by subscribing right there. If you'd like to come join our free Facebook group about process, automation, productivity, all that good stuff, you can do that right there. Just answer the few quick questions and you'll be in.